Hello and welcome back to episode 19 of the Order of the Golem. I'm Icon and, well, what can I say? It's gonna be a nice day here at Second Light. The caravan is coming back home. I cannot remember fully what they had packed on their dromedaries, but I vaguely remember that it was stuff that I wanted to have. Well, we're going to see where this will lead us for today. The golem army here in the shack is already charging up for the next day. I like that. And it seems as if I had a, unfinished graft shoulder plates. These seem to block this place now. And, well, we can't use this tile anymore, obviously. That's a little bit sad, but, you know, that's just yet another of those wild bugs of RimWorld of Magic. Hey, look at that. A troll is going there. Mining 3. I love fast learners. Fast learners are so nice. In general, you can do every work with them, and they will get good at it at some point. That's why I like it so much. Alright, let's check out the meat. We got, well, not that much. Got a lot of grains, though. So these boys, they'd be buying everything from my colony. So I'll be buying, or I'll be selling a little bit of that bone. The bones mod is so OP because, you know, it adds this free material that just spawns everywhere. It's a little bit silly, but you know, I'm okay with that. Calcium polymer. Okay. That's from the Bones mod, actually. Okay, interesting. We're gonna make this deal like that. But on top of that, let's just sell more bone. Why not? Okay. I bought a pretty substantial amount of steel for that, which makes me pretty happy. And we also got ourselves a nice treat of extra silver. So my people here are a lot better off now than before. So the next thing we got to do is to move that table to over here and delete this, oops, not the subsurface conduit, no. I'm going to delete the storage zone here. Alright. With this amount of golems available, it's so cool. We get everything done in a pretty decent amount of time. I love that. So we got lots of components now. We got the wind turbines running. And I noticed when I logged in today that Rosesi and Anstice still had this extremely old school lighting. So let's change that. Overall, I got the feeling as if the space has deserved some upgrades, you know. Well, let's dig out that garden. Why not? Okay. What are we researching right now? Oh yeah, heavy riches. Nice. So, let's see. We need more meat. The need for meat. So the rough-plated monitor got destroyed by the salamander, but in the end, they both will succumb. So let's gather something out of that. Would be a shame to waste these precious materials. Here we go. So our dudes are now transporting the new materials over here. Let's see. I need a wider ingredient radius than that. Rough-plated monitor revenge. It did get back on its feet for a moment, but only for a moment. Okay, I was really worried for a moment there. But it's all gonna be good. Alright, so the salamander will die from this one too. Couldn't be better. Okay. People are leaving our place again due to dangerous temperatures. Bah, it's just It's just a cozy 40 degree at night. Nothing to worry about. Okay. I want to keep an eye on this salamander before he expires, or when he expires, basically. Okay, so we're now at the point where I want to think about how this whole thing should work as a fortress, or however you want to call it. So I'd really love to funnel my enemies through some corridors until they get here, so we can decide where we're fighting them. Yeah, so let's do this. My dudes here, they got so freaking much Thematzikite, so we don't need to worry about that. So terrain affordance isn't any issue whatsoever at this area here. So I want to put up a corridor, let's say 4 tiles wide, and it's gonna be running something like that. Let's carve out some more stone here, make that nice and even, and get rid of all the opportunities to find cover, and add in a couple of doors here and there. Probably expand this wall all the way down here. And we're being attacked by Black Hive. Okay, so Black Hive attacks. Now it's pretty nasty altogether. So first of all, immediately draft everybody. And we'll be working with traps here. And also, well, let's see. The golems should be coming together here to my dude. Let's see. Yeah, one of them is... Alright, 2 of them are not behaving. So let's see. Let's activate that drafted only. Somebody in the comment section mentioned that probably I should use this. So... let's see. The golems are not really giving a damn about us here. Oh no. Alright. I don't know. I don't feel as if this should work like that. I really feel as if this is a buggy behavior here. But we'll have to work with what we got, even if it's buggy golems. Alright. So let's see. The situation ain't really good at all. We get a little bit of a advantage here from all the traps we got. But the first of them, dudes, we'll have to nail them with our guns and hopefully succeed while doing so. Okay, the first couple of golems are... Okay, we got this. Nice. They didn't come with too many of the big worms, so I'm relieved. It's all just very, very problematic when they come with the big worms, you know? Alright. Speaking about the big worms, here it comes. So I'm going to undraft this one, so he can tend to himself here. I don't want to risk, under no circumstances at all, that this will go bad anyway. What the heck is happening there? Where does this thing want to go now? Alright. Let's get out of there. Take that monster down. I'm really confused about the behavior of the mammoth worm there. It's very unusual, to put it into friendly terms. But I'm pretty sure that 2 flesh golems and the rest of my guns should be definitely enough to take down that thing. There we go. Nice. Okay, that went really good. Altogether, no losses on our side. Losses were massive on the enemy side. I'd say we did a good job. Okay, so we got to mine these ores here, but to get the job done properly, we'll need doors there. Here. Otherwise, the enemy will break through at this point. Not acceptable. Not acceptable at all. Okay, we got a lot of food. Actually, way more food than we seem to need. Okay. Not that I would want to complain. Alright. So, I want these doors done as quick as possible because it's making me nervous to have these places designated for mining and no safety whatsoever there. Don't like that. Okay, flesh golems are healed. Nice. And what I also don't like is when these doors right next to each other have so vastly different aesthetics. Here we go. It's way better. It might not be much, but it's still enough to drive me nuts. Don't judge. Okay. So the copper wasn't sufficient to buy a new, or buy all the traps new, but I honestly didn't really expect. Okay, so power conduits. We need some way to let the power flow, and that's gonna be a long, nice subsurface conduit. There we go. That's gonna cost a lot of steel, I can tell you. I can already tell you. But I personally think it's gonna be much worth it. Or very much worth it. Whatever. Grandma is not on my side today. She left a couple of minutes ago. Okay, so we got that, and Troll keeps cutting those stones. Good old Troll, working 24/7. Good old Golems, doing the same. I love it. A friend under threat. So, a mech cluster will deploy nearby. We'd get a person called Orlid. Oh, bad back. Very, very desirable. Totally. 20-year-old man with a bad back. Oh no, it's 89, sorry. Arcane Mage. No. No. So, guarding goose for 25 days. I mean, I am somewhat tempted to take this due to the simple reason that, you know, most of the time our mech clusters were more useful than anything else. But I don't want to overstress my luck, you know. You never know. This time it could go bad. So, destroy the camp with 5 pirates. Yeah, man. I'm quite inclined to take that, you know. The orbital bombardment target for that is very, very tasty, but no. We're not gonna do this. I don't feel well with it, and I learned over the years that if I don't feel well with something, I shouldn't do it. Alright, so let's do some regular upgrades to these dudes. Some muscle tissue. Muscle tissue upgrades. I mean, we got more than enough material to work with. So, shouldn't be any problem whatsoever. As long as we find somebody who seems to have the time to get the job done, you know. Okay. Well, we got a lot of jobs to do, though. I'm not too surprised that things don't get done as quickly as I want them to get done, but oh well. It's all gonna be well. So let's start hauling all these Thematicite chunks out of the hallways here. It's about time, you know. This place is looking filthy. Yay! We got this. So honestly, I personally now think that we should make more than just one room out of that. So we're going to create one room like this here. And I'm gonna build a door here. And we're going to create a little room here as well. Because it would be a shame to waste all that good material here. So we got the upgrades done here. So muscular endurance, more endurance, more charging. So you know what? We're going to put these on completion, because I realized that why not? I mean, I got so much meat here. The insectoids were kind enough to leave a ton of material to work with. We got more than enough black hive jelly here to live off from. So yeah, I don't really think that we're needing anything that desperately right now. So I got to reinstall this pallet here. It's driving me nuts that it's standing there as it does. A farming work side. Oh man, they got chocolate. We got to rate them for their chocolate. I like the idea of that. Gutworms on 3 freaking people. Oh, oof. Well, that's a lot. Luckily, we have tons of heal root, so we're going to just take care of that. Now we got religion. So who's going to be our next boss? I think Laura Gier. Laura Gier deserves. She's among us really long. She lost her arm, so why not? She's also the smartest. Let's go. In role change, it's going to be Laura Gier. It's going to be our great chief. And after that's done, we're going to start converting people for real. Okay, got our new leader. Huzzah! Okay, I want to convert Daisuke first. Daisuke's expectations minus 10%, or troll. The room impressiveness is not really high. Let's change that first. I feel as if this would make a lot of difference here. So let's first smooth the surface. Beautify this place a bit. And I did plot down my workshop here. So might as well put down the art bench there as well. So we're going to make it out of, no, not bone. I don't want the goth colony. No, we're going to create it out of copper. Why not? The Litenyar Mac Hive is raiding me. Okay. So pikemen, termites. That's gonna be rough. So they come with breachers this time. Okay, so let's draft the golems. Activate that, dude. So you can't activate a golem while he's under maintenance. Okay, interesting. So they seem to want... They seem to be hell-bent on gaining entrance from this flank here. Okay, that's avoiding our traps completely. Pretty nasty, but there's really one good side about that. They're also going to be ambushed by my golems quite decently, because we can step into their face just around that corner, and that's actually going to be quite good, I think. There we go. So the damage to my base will be relatively low. Here we go. So we'll have to work it out like that. As soon as that dude is gone, I'll have to, or I will retreat my golems. There we go. Colonist needs treatment. Beatty got a bullet. Oh, she just lost her entire leg. Oh yeah. Gotta love those frickin' lancers. Hey, you just didn't stand behind cover for a second? Gotta lose an entire limb for that? Hate this so much. Seriously. Sorry for the rage, but I personally got pretty hard hate vibes for that. Because I think this is just a little bit too much, you know? That's just the basic generic unit of the mechanoids. And I'm so tired of losing entire limbs in stupid situations like that. That's basically all. Pretty tiring that always the first effing bullet that you catch has to be a severed limb from these dudes. I don't know. How are you feeling about that? I'm personally extremely annoyed by these. Extremely annoyed. Because it's just, it feels like BS, you know? And it happens relatively often. Not super often, not every time, but often enough that I'm totally expecting it and totally not surprised when it happens, you know? That alone tells quite a story. But whatever, we're going to install the peg leg. Wait a sec. Right leg and left leg is marked both with the right. No, we're going to use a red leg here. A right leg here. The right leg is the right leg. So annoying. Seriously. I mean, I get it that there have to be really dangerous enemies, but personally, I think those charge lances are totally overdoing it. I really don't mind that they do deal a tremendous amount of damage. It's just so annoying that you have to... Now I have to fetch a bionic or something like that because I dared to let that dude stand in the line of fire for a second. Okay, rage over. This is just... I personally have a history of hating mechanoids quite hard. To me personally, they are the worst created part of the game. I love everything of the vanilla game except for the mechanoids. I find them pretty stupid. Luckily, we got the golems. They are pretty resilient. They really did a lot of that job there. Luckily. So, my dude Resessi, work on that thing here. And Beatty, well, she at least got that peg leg. Nice. So, oh, he's infected in the heart. Yeah, I do understand that. I'm angry too. I'm angry too. We can't let our anger get the best of us, my dear Mr. Golem. It's not an option. Now, that worked out quite decently, altogether. This corner here was pretty helpful in the end. Starvation, dice case, starving. That's what gutworms can do for you. They increase the hunger gain massively, and therefore your dudes start to starve even during a regular night's sleep. But the most annoying part of gutworms is that your dudes are under constant pain, and eating takes extremely long, and also... No, it doesn't take long, they just need to eat extremely often. That's how it worked. Animal starvation, so the dromedaries are not getting enough food in here. That had to happen, basically. So we're going to put up a, let's see. Let's try how a bowl works here. Let's make some copper bowls. 2 of them, let's say. And probably we can fit in some food for the animals in there. So let's see, we'll allow... It's pre-configured for hay and kibble, but I'm going to configure it also for potatoes, because seriously, we've got so many of them. Here we go. That should do the trick. And now a couple of golems should get to it and get the job done. Okay, good stuff. This golem is fully upgraded with his muscular tissue. Let's add some digestive organs as well. How's my food here? Well, oh man, I think I missed the salamander that I wanted to pick up. Oh no, it had to happen. It's so often like that. When I try to get something, I end up forgetting it. Yeah, well, silly old me. Can't change that. I need some leg for Ipe. I need some exchange there. Or not Ipe. BD. BD's the name. At least BD is no body purist or something silly like that. So we don't have to worry about BD being angry about the replacement body part. And altogether, I mean, back legs suck, yeah, but it's at least 80%. You know, it's only a decrease of 20% moving altogether. It's not that horrible. It's not really that horrible. Alright, so that one... Oh, muscular efficiency has also 5 levels. Okay. Let's tweak that golem. You know? Major break risk going on here. Oh no. Well, there's only emus and ostriches left here on the map. I could go and hunt them, but I don't think that would be too effective. They don't have too much meat, and they fight back quite fiercely, you know. Pretty annoying combo. Should actually consider putting my golems next to the freezer. It's actually seeming to be better. So Troll and BD are going to marry. Oh man. Romantic. So that's BD's room. We're going to bring up a double bed. So let's take something fancy. Well, maybe not that fancy. But let's take steel. Steel is a very valuable material in our colony here, and I think they should be happy about that. Oh, and by the way, let's build some end tables. Just realized that none of my bedrooms seems to have a end table so far. Gutworm tending goes too well, but also not too terribly bad, so I think I'm okay with that. So there's a service rifle. How come that nobody's using that? Oh, because I bought that just a moment ago. So we're going to give that one to Troll. Troll is the fastest learner here. And I'll give Laura Jeer the auto pistol. I prefer these. And Daisuke, I'll give him a SMG here as well. Wait a sec. Oh, he can't equip that as a sidearm? Too bad. But I'm pretty sure he can equip the hatchet as a sidearm. Yeah, here we go. So we're slowly racking up guns. I like that. Giving me a much more comfortable feeling. Yeah, and these bowls, they do the trick. My dudes are carrying only one stack of the food there, and therefore it doesn't put too much strain on the resources of my colony, but at the same time, it totally does the trick. Like that. Okay. So how's Troll's mining by now? Mining 3. Well, there's always something more important, but I'm okay with that. Yeah. Alright. Just beautying up my pen a bit. So let's smooth the surfaces here. I know, totally important. Not, but little do I care. So, well, whatever. Let's place that down in order. I didn't expect to be this thorough this time, but I ended up being that. Okay. Ritual opportunity soon. Okay. That's good. And another thing. Do I already have a designated artist? Yeah, Daisuke. Wonderful. Oh no, a heat wave. Crap. Well, we're going to wait until somebody heat strokes out of that. Usually, there's still enough time to just quickly put up a what's it called again? An air conditioner to alleviate the problem, so let's make some green art out of serpentinite. But I do notice that Rosessi doesn't seem to get the job done in time. I have way too many construction projects here in the colony. Ape and Rosessi don't seem to be able to get the job done in the speed that I'd like it to get done, but at the same time, we are progressing just fine. I'm quite happy with this little place here. Altogether, everything is going just fine. I got a lot of resource available for all manner of different projects, and the base is getting better and better protected. Our weaponry grows better, and, well, okay, I don't seem to have any meat left for the golem upgrades, but here's donkeys fleeing off the map. I just wanted to hunt them, but the heatwave drove them away. So probably next episode I'll have to hunt some animals that I usually don't want to hunt, but, well, that could be also some fun. So we're at the point where it's time to say thanks for watching, guys. It's been my pleasure. I hope you had some good fun here as well. We're going to go next time for some more upgrades here. Let's see how things will go. I am altogether very, very happy with the progression. Altogether, the colony is getting along super nicely. So people start heat stroking because it's a outdoors temperature of 66 degrees. Wow. Not even the freezer is on minus degrees anymore, but we're going to get that done next episode. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Drop your comments down below, leave a thumbs up, and of course consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. I'd be super happy to have you. See you guys next time. Bye.